Whew. Peace and love, y'all. I hope y'all are doing all right. So, usually I do my readings in my workspace, but today I wanted to invite you all into my sacred meditative space. It's still under development. But this is my space where I raise my vibrations. Of course, I rest. Um, and just taking the time to heal. Um, so I am going to be doing collective readings on YouTube, live readings more. Um, we're getting ready to approach the fall season, and I wanted to provide y'all with some of the specials that I'm going to be having this fall. So make sure y'all stay on the lookout because the candles are going to be on special. The Crown of Success candles, the money candles, and the energy cleanse, as well as I will have specials for the bracelet sets. So make sure y'all are subscribed to the website so you can get updates. Sorry, y'all, I'm over here trying to think of what it is that I need to say. Um, so of course I'm going to do a love message, and we're going to kind of look into career as well for my divine feminines and divine masculines out there. Um, this energy and this shift is taking place during this Lionsgate portal, and just a lot of things being activated right now. It is it's interesting to me. I always say that, but there are a lot of people who are leaving behind karmic patterns, karmic relationships, karmic family, karmic friends, anything that has been holding the collective back from connecting with their divine unions as well as their purpose, because the divine unions serve a purpose together. So we are entering a stage where some of you may already be with your divine partner, and some of you are in a stage where you and your divine partner are aligning with one another. So what we want to do right now is to guide the collective to a space where they're healed, a space where they're open to receive, because we have to be open to receiving love as well as giving. And sometimes that's where we as a collective have issues with, is because we have our defense up. We already have our guard up when we're approaching love. And that is because we've dealt with a lot of wounds from the past that have come from karmic relationships. But when you align with your divine person that your ancestors have aligned you with, you don't go through those things, because this is the person that you're here to fulfill your purpose and your assignment on earth with. So, what we are working towards right now is just guiding the collective towards these divine partnerships, as well as helping them to identify what their purpose is together. Because without a purpose, without working towards something together, the relationship is going to have issues, because you can't identify what you're supposed to do with one another other than just live together, or to procreate, or to, get to know each other. You want to be able to have a relationship where you're able to identify the purpose and what the two of you should be doing in that purpose. Okay. So we're going to pull some cards. Ooh, y'all, I was just listening to Summer Walker Riot, and it came on after one of the other songs, I think Best Part. And it's like someone could be giving that message to their divine person through music telepathy. Um, right now, you could be in the best part, walking towards your love union, if you're questioning if this person is for you, or If you're in a place where you found someone and you're really happy, but you're unsure, this can be somebody who feels familiar or someone who may seem like they feel like home, right? Um, but you're just unsure. You know it feels different, but you're kind of like, is this my person? I don't know if I should open up or whatever the case may be. So with that best part song coming on first, I just heard that message like from your person is that you can be the best part of their chapter, or they can be the best part of your chapter, or this can actually be your chapter right now, walking into new love. Um, of course, the following was the Riot song. So some of you in the collective can be dealing with um soulmates or even karmics with this, and just expressing like, hey, I need something to change here. Like, are you going to be the person who's down for me? You going to be the person who shows me that you're different? Because with a riot, it brings about some type of change. And earlier, even when I was pulling up in a reading, I kept seeing the change and the death card. There's some type of transformation taking place. So this may be asking you or someone else, like, are you able to make those changes necessary for me? Because I need something different. I need somebody who's about me. And that's what she's saying, in that song. Um, who will go above and beyond. So this can be a message where some of you may be expressing this to that person, if they're going to be the person who changes, or if um you're the person who's going to change. They may be asking that. And now you hear what's on. I'm gonna have to pause the music. But it's the Drake song, um the Too Much. And they're like, don't think about it too much. So somebody could be like overthinking as well, when it comes to their love connection. um So that's what I'm picking up, is somebody's trying to figure out how somebody feels about them, because you got the best part and the riot and the Too Much coming behind each other. So somebody could be overthinking their connection with someone. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start, and I'm going to smudge and cleanse the space. And sometimes with divine connections, your person can be sending you messages through music. Music telepathy is a thing. So we just smudging the space right now and raising the vibrations in the space to remove any stagnant negative energy, remove any unwanted energy, any negative attachments, anything that does not belong here, that is not of love and light. We're just clearing the space of that and those energies. And I'll be doing personal readings as well. You can book a personal reading on the website. I have full sessions available, as well as I'll have a special available for the hour sessions. So I have two different sessions that are full sessions. I have a session that you can get one topic readings that are 44.44. And I have the full sessions that are an hour and a half to 2 hours, but it includes all topics: love, money, family, friends, career, purpose, whatever it is that you need to know, court cases, anything that you need to ask within that time, you can do so within those hours. So if it's something that I haven't listed, you can still get clarity on the situation with those. And those are $111. Okay, so let's see. We got the 9 of Sticks here. So somebody may be fighting for something. Someone may be fighting to protect something. And this can be something that is of your bloodline, of relatives, of something that you believe, someone standing strong in their belief system, someone having faith behind something, but also knowing that you are protected in whatever it is that you're doing. You have multiple ancestors who are protecting you right now. Okay, so this can be a divine feminine. There's an 8 of Sticks here. There's a feminine in this card as well. Someone can be moving forward or traveling. I'm also seeing moving forward, traveling is the end of stagnant energy. Go for what you know, go for what it is that you stand on or what it is that you believe in, and know that there are doors being opened for you. Especially with matters that come to the family. The 10 of Coins is at the bottom of the deck. So even with this being a love reading, you can be moving forward in something that you have held of value when it comes to family. So if it's that you wanted to have, a 2-parent household, or let's say it's you want somebody that you can build with financially, whatever the case may be, this is something that's coming to you. This is a place where you have rejected any relationships that do not align with this healthy relationship that you desire. You know intuitively which relationships are not for you. And so you stand firm on what you believe, and you do not allow people to change your thoughts or what it is that you are fighting for. Um, so this can definitely be coming to you in your love life. Let's see what else comes out. The 9 of Coins. So this can be a divine feminine who is definitely a divine feminine energy that I'm picking up here. Someone who's very good at their craft, someone who's very gifted, someone who has a lot of knowledge about a specific topic or something that they do. That is where your strength is. This is the gift that you inherited to use to break generational curses. So with this 9 of Coins being here, this is a woman who is very talented, very creative, and she's protected in this. This woman is protected by her ancestors. So, divine feminines, you can have multiple spirits that are protecting you, from ancestors to deities, spirit guides, but you have a lot of different angels that are around you that are protecting you when you're doing your work. Um, this is somebody who is consistently working to better their craft, but also raise their vibrations. So, if you're someone who has been working to keep your vibrations high, this can definitely be you, especially if you're just in a place of solitude or you kind of keeping to yourself because you're trying to be successful and focused on your dreams. This can be you. Yeah, in this relationship, you got the courting card. So this relationship with your divine person is your business partner, right? And I'm not talking about like just because divine feminines, the thing is you can have multiple business partners, right? The same as divine masculines. And that's something that we have to remember, because divine feminines and divine masculines, these are people who have higher ranks. These are people who are leaders. These are people who are guides. These are people who have a strong influence in their communities. Okay. So when they're operating in a divine space, they are healers to the masses. So I'm only speaking to the divine feminines and divine masculines for this specific reading. In this case, you have a divine feminine who is in her art, she's in her craft, she's doing whatever it is that she came here to do. By doing that, she is attracting the love of her life. Remember, divine feminines is meant for you to attract, not chase. Okay. The cats don't chase the dogs ever. Okay. But this is two people who is meant to balance each other out. You see, they have two different paths, blah, blah, blah. Two different paths. The feminine has red on her side and the masculine has blue. So this is like a hot and cold connection, or fire water. This relationship is a balance of the elements. Okay. It's hot and cold. It's fire, it's water. Okay, or fire and ice. But it's a yin and yang relationship, a yin and yang connection here. This relationship harmonizes, and this is a soul union. And this is why you don't see them, you just see the shadows or the silhouettes, because it's their soul that has returned to one another to fulfill this purpose. And this is a relationship that the ancestors on both sides approve of. And so this is two people who are walking a long-term journey together. Let's see, can we get more info on this divine feminine and this divine masculine connection? We have the high priestess. Okay, and the emperor is at the bottom of the deck. So the divine feminine is spiritual. These are for my spiritual sisters, my priestess, prayer warriors, the women who are actually doing the healing work. That is also drawing in your masculine, because your masculine is your protector. He's working in the physical while you're working in the spiritual. Is a balance in the powers with this relationship. So when these two souls come together, not only are you divine feminines in a place where you're thriving, you're healing, you're in your crafts, you're getting wealthy off of your crafts. So you're getting money, you're bringing in wealth by focusing on this. You're not in everybody's business. You're not gossiping a lot. You're not being messy. You're focusing on bettering yourself. And doing this work on yourself is what's attracting your divine masculine, because he wants to protect the divine feminine. It's in his nature as a divine masculine to do that. Okay. So for divine feminines, you may be working on the spiritual end of protecting your masculine, praying over your relationship. Make sure you pray over your relationship. Okay. Spiritually, that is your duty, is to make sure that you are covering your masculine spiritually when he goes out into this world, that you're praying, because people will be praying on him if he is not protected. The same way they are protecting us to keep people from preying on us divine feminines, to keep the karmics and the people who just lust after us, or people who just want us for our bodies, or whatever case. The divine masculine does not come to take from the divine feminine. The divine masculine comes in to protect the divine feminine. Okay. And so this is how you'll be able to identify this relationship, is because these two are coming in as to collaborate, not to take from each other. And with karmics, a lot of times the relationship becomes draining, or they come in and they take, and you making a lot of sacrifices. And I'm not saying that you don't make sacrifices with your divine partners, but the relationship is going to harmonize. The two of you will be whole and healed, and it's different. It's much different from the things that you experience with your karmics. Okay, your divine partner is the person that is they're aligned with your soul, so they're going to feel like home. They're going to feel like the person that you've been praying for, because your heart already knows what you desire, and you're going to align yourself with that. You got the Hierophant here after the High Priestess, so your divine masculine is also very spiritual. This can also be a relationship that's going to lead to marriage. It can be traditional. It may not be traditional, but somebody could be traditional. This also goes back to saying, somebody standing on what it is that they believe in when it comes to family. So the two of you can hold these type of values with each other, where this is what you want for a family. And because the two of you agree with that, this may also be something that brings this union closer, because this person is very spiritual, traditional, very intuitive. And it's like the two of you on a spiritual level, there's no comparison. The two of you on a spiritual level, because you're spiritual and they're spiritual, it's like it's like a holy it's like a holy energy. So in our culture, how we have the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity is the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the child. Is not what we see in Christianity and Western culture, but it's actually the Black woman, the Black man, and the Black child. Okay. But to even be that Holy Trinity, you have to have some form of consciousness, right? You have to have some form of wisdom. And that is what the Hierophant and the High Priestess have. They have wisdom. They are connected to the spiritual realm. They are people who are leaders on a spiritual end. So they may be people who govern other people and lead other people spiritually, because a high priestess is someone who has a role in the community, as well as the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the bishop. So this can be somebody who is a, a preacher or some type of spiritual leader in the community. But the two of these people together, two high ranking souls together, this is a path that is going to raise the vibrations of many people, because you have two people who are leaders, two people who have congregations, or two people who they're working to, like the healer and the bishop is going to have different things that they do, right? Like even when you see this, there's duality in this. She's in white and he's in black. That's again yin and yang, right? So they're going to have different things, the red and the blue. So the high priestess may come off more in a spiritual element, non-religious, more spiritual. The bishop is going to come off as more traditional, more religious, but he's still spiritual. He's still very wise. If you see his aura here, he still has pure intentions. So these are two people who have pure intentions towards others. And when they come together, these two people become very powerful, right? Okay, so let's see. So I'm liking this, y'all. This is a pretty connection. The Mother of Sticks is here. Divine feminines might be in a bag right now, or in a place where they just have confidence, they're believing in themselves, listening to their intuition. The divine feminines were born to lead. You got the Son of Coins here. Born to lead. Someone is planning something. Let's see what we planning here. Okay, the divine masculines may be planning something, and the divine feminines might just need to just listen to whatever it is the divine masculines are planning. Okay, let's see. Like I'm saying, the divine masculine is like, I'm going to lead the way, and the divine feminine is like, okay, bet, let's go. Like, both are leaders here. But the divine feminine has to remember that the divine masculine also has to shine his light. So there has to be a balance in this connection. Somebody is ready to move. Somebody ready to do something. This railroad deal here, this the Chariot. Somebody ready to put something in motion. I need you to put that thing in. Whatever he's saying that song. Somebody's ready to put something in motion. Okay. Somebody bringing forward something, some type of truth or something. The 10 of baskets is here. This about money. Okay. Somebody got some ideas or something that they may want to present. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. If these divine masculines open up to the divine feminines, like if they get to this point where they step into their leadership and be like, this is what I want to do, and the divine feminines be like, I'm listening. All right, let's do it. Like, I'm the writer. Let's make it happen. Okay, these two powerful people, anyways, they're gonna make it happen. But it's something moving forward here that the divine masculine wants to propose, and it looks like it's in business. Oh my gosh. And then you got the 4 of sticks at the bottom of the deck now, and I just seen the 6 of coins. Somebody is ready to move forward. Okay, with this 10 of baskets here, this is business. Okay, so these two people, divine feminine and divine masculine, are business partners. When they come together, they're going to build an empire. Okay, the divine masculine is the emperor. The divine feminine is the high priestess. She can also be the empress, but she's the high priestess. Okay, both of these energies, because you got the divine masculine that has the hierophant and the emperor, and this Son of Coins is here, is somebody who's strategic, somebody who's very logical, somebody who's good with planning, somebody who's really good with organizing, someone who is spiritual, they're intuitive, they have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. And this person can be, and this is why they need to balance each other out. Because sometimes with divine feminines, we are good with planning, but sometimes we just be too spiritual. That's why you need the balance. If a fire don't have water and it's just fire, it's going to spread, right? Not saying that water needs to be put out, but we're saying how it's important to have balance. If all we got is fire, then how does it get put out? Uh, if all we have is light, we'll never see the dark. If all we have is darkness, we'll never see the light. If all we have is hot, we'll never know what it is to feel cold. So with this divine masculine and this divine feminine, they balance each other out to where the feminine is able to think more on a logical level, because the masculine helps her with that. He helps her to tune in with that. But the feminine helps the masculine to tune into that feminine aspect of the brain that is spiritual. So it's like they think together to a point that when the divine feminine is pouring into the divine masculine, he's getting the spiritual knowledge and things that he needs to balance his life. When the divine masculine is pouring into the divine feminine, she's getting the logic and things she needs to be able to think so that she's not just overly spiritual or all over the place, right? You got to have that. You got to have even with spiritual people, we have to have grounding, because if we're not grounded correctly, we can have spiritual psychosis and things like that as well, right? So these two, they balance each other out, but then they're going to bring their gifts together. So whatever gifts it is that divine feminine has and divine masculine have, they're going to use it to create something. But with these two people being the leaders that they are, they're not just creating something for themselves. They're going to be creating something for family, for community, because they're super abundant. Like these two people are two people who are, like I said, they're spiritual leaders to others. You got a high priestess and a hierophant. It's like having a pastor and his wife, or a bishop and his wife. They're like two important spiritual figures. And they're also business partners. So this relationship isn't just wealthy for them spiritually, but also on a material level. And not only are they pouring into and guiding people spiritually, but they're also able to break this curse together and bring in this financial energy, this wealth, and this abundance here, because they both understand, they both value family and community. And because they have those principles that they stand on, because the masculine aligns with the feminine's principles, since they have these principles, they're protected. The ancestors align this connection. Okay, so let's see. We have the Son of Sticks here. The 10 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Strength is at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Baskets at the bottom of the deck. The Son of Sticks. Y'all about to break a curse that's about to create financial freedom for a lot of people. So this is why it's important for you to follow your purpose, because, oh my God, look at that. It came out on its own. It's the 4 of Sticks. This is why it's important for you to follow your purpose and not just chase love, y'all, because when you follow your purpose, you're going to align with somebody that was designed to be in your life at that part of your life. And a lot of times when we chasing something outside of us, we end up getting things from a place of us that's missing something or that has a void. But when we love ourselves and we pour into ourselves and we balance that out, then a lot of times we're able to attract somebody that's just as healed. And so I'm seeing two people who are going to be in a long-term relationship, two people who are harmonizing with each other. They're talking to each other. This couple has a lot of love for one another, and they're surrounded by a lot of love too. Like I'm picking up a lot of warm energy here. And there goes that red and that blue again. That warm and cold, that hot, cold. It's like compassion, forgiveness. It's a very warm feeling, but then also logic, um, understanding, and those things. Some things don't always come from the heart, but some things come from truth. And so, you know, the relationship can come from a place of love, but then it can also come from a place where truth exists. And that's a good thing because a lot of people don't know how to tell the truth, right? Like a lot of people lie in relationships and cheat and shit. And it's just like, we don't have time for that. So we got to give thanks to the ancestors for giving us a relationship that is going to come with love and truth. Um, this divine masculine is happy. Woo-hoo. So congratulations to those who are going into their unions. Yes, you need to know he's happy because he's choosing you. He wants to choose love. He wants to choose what makes him happy, what makes him feel warm inside. Because I pick up that the divine masculine, he has that cold energy. The divine feminine has the hot. And you got to learn how to balance that stuff out so you're not putting each other out, you know? Yeah, the mother of baskets is here. So feminine energy, feminines come in with that warm energy. We got to make sure that we don't have our guards up super high. We can't be the ones that's resistant and stubborn in the relationships. We can't do that because if we're going to be divine feminines, we have to be loving and compassionate. We have to be forgiving. And it's okay sometimes if we got to fix our crown, but we're meant to be abundant. Okay, we're meant to be well taken care of. We're not meant to be in a hard knock life. Okay, even though that is a thing and a struggle, divine feminines, we were not meant to have to live that way. And part of that is having our divine masculines come in and allowing them to put us in this space. Now, am I saying that we got to wait for them to be masculine to be feminine? No. What I'm saying is be feminine. Be your divine feminine your divine blah, divine feminine self, and be the warm, inviting, loving, compassionate person that you always are. Love unconditionally. And this is something that is going to make sure that you are secure for the rest of your life. Okay? The divine masculines right now, they may just be in a place of observance. Like they may be in a place where they're trying to figure things out. So just continue to be in your greatness, and everything is going to work out from there. Now, am I getting sleepy? I'm going to pull some cards from my love tarot just to get some messages from the divine masculines to the feminines. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. So if you're not in union with your person, like they may actually be grieving you when y'all are in separation. Like they may miss you more than they put on because they may actually care about you a lot. Obsessed. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think about you by monitoring spirit. Y'all see that monitoring spirit? Y'all know flies are monitoring spirits. Like somebody is mad in the background. And I just seen that too. Like one, you may have a karmic because this 5 of Sticks is there. You may have a karmic or somebody that's mad because your person is your person. But this person is obsessed with you, right? Like they think about you. They be hoping that they get to see you when y'all aren't talking. Like they be wanting to see you, even if they not showing you that. Spoiling you. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips, everything you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. So your person want to put you in that soft girl era. Like they want to pour into you. I wonder what's holding them back from doing this because they definitely want to. They definitely are obsessed with you. Twin flames, you activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. So this person is your twin flame. That also explains the hot and cold energy here. Okay, so we're gonna guide the Bayatis around here. Let's see. And for those of you who don't know what a Bayati is, that is the assigned person that you were assigned with from your ancestors before you incarnated here to Earth. So a lot of people and a lot of times we don't end up finding our twin flame. We end up finding like a soulmate or someone who is a karmic. And some people stay in karmic relationships and they accept them as they are, you know. But the thing is, the karmic relationships won't help you to rise into your power. They're not meant to. They're there to give you lessons in the process of rising in your power. And you don't necessarily get there with the karmics. It usually takes your soulmate to activate or your twin flame to activate it. If you get to a twin flame, you highly activated, okay? Everybody don't get there. But I was asking, and this is the question that came out. My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally. Okay, so this is the issue. This is why this person hasn't come forward to spoil you or to step into this yet. Maybe they didn't have their father there to show them how to be a provider to their mother. So to them, that might not feel like a normal thing. To them, it may feel like they're being a simp or they're not being man enough or whatever. Like, but it could be how their father raised them, and their father could have brought them up like that, like this is all I'm doing. It's just this is all I gotta do is take care of my children. They may not have grew up in a household with a two-parent household. It's something that they want, but as far as figuring it out, they don't know. So this person may have father wounds that's blocking them from being able to truly pour into the divine feminine as he should, because he's having a hard time with identifying how, when, where, when is the time right? Do I wait until we're super official? Is there, like, should I do it in the friend stage? Like, they can see themselves doing this for you, but they just don't know if this is the approach that they should take. Like, they're still holding on to some things themselves. The wild side. There's a side to you I haven't seen and want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. So this person wants to do a little bit more with you that we're going to discuss on this reading. But just know that they got a wild side and they about that life. So they're trying to take you there. Okay? They are trying to take you there. Sacred union. This card says, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So with divine connections, you got to treat those connections like you're never going to find another relationship like that. So for all of my divine feminines and masculines who are not ready to transform or go through that riot, go through that ego death for their divine partner, just know that you ain't gonna never find another relationship like your divine partner. You only get one. You are only assigned one divine partner in this life, and everybody don't find them. That's why you have a lot of people who are in broken relationships or dysfunctional relationships now, because we're not even practicing our culture to be able to identify them, which is what we do through divination and actually doing the healing work, so that we're activating them while we're activating us, because your divine partner or twin flame is like a mirror soul. They're a matching soul for you. So when you connect to your higher self and you start to do that work, you start to attract them through activating your chakras and through activating certain things. So people a lot of times get into spirituality and instead think, oh, I gotta put a spell on them, and really it's just you needing to do work on you. That's it. That's the only thing. If you do the work on you, you're gonna attract the person, not that you want from the 3D, but who is best for your soul. Okay, you're gonna find your soul mates. That's what that means. Okay, so we got look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So this again goes to the divine feminines. Whatever it is that you feel, whether it's resentment, resisting, anger, bitterness, unforgiveness, whatever you holding on to that won't allow you to be vulnerable with your divine masculine, you got to ask yourself what's triggering you and why do you feel that way? And is it something the divine masculine did? Or is it something that's been done to you since the past? Like, what is the reason for you not wanting to move forward, or just to let your guard down? Okay. The next card is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Friendship. Focus on being friends. So friends are loving without conditions. Okay, friends love without conditions. True friends. We have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. They are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, so don't try to change a person. Just accept them. That goes back to what I was just saying. Loving them unconditionally is a big key point in this relationship. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So transformation is coming. It is coming, y'all. You got to be patient. So let me see if I can get some messages from your ancestors that just give a general message of some things that you can do to help work on yourself that will help with this love connection. Because your love and your money is connected in this case. Because the two of you are going to be breaking generational curses together. So you got to do the work so that y'all can do it, because you ain't just doing it for yourself or for them. You doing it for everybody. They are a part of breaking that generational curse. Okay, so whole self-health, natural therapies, balance, Aruba Day, if I'm saying that right. So your ancestors could be asking you to detox right now, to cleanse. This guy kind of reminds me of Dr. Sebi, but a light-skinned version. But you see how he's sitting in front of a lot of fruits and veggies, and he has on his white. So this can be asking you to do a spiritual cleanse on the inside and the outside, just a deep cleanse, removing anything that is toxic to your body, because this can help with your mental health, your emotions, just being able to concentrate and focus. And that's really good, right? Because we need to be emotionally stable and healthy when we're entering these unions so that we're not the toxic person to our person. Connect with animals, animal spirit guides, healing, and past pets. So someone may be needing to connect with animals, maybe go to an animal farm or a zoo, just going outside in nature, or if you have pets, connecting with them. But that may be something that you or your person does, as well as they may be someone who has pets. Let's see. Find your voice, express yourself, open up and sing out. So um, connecting with that throat chakra and healing it. Express yourself, be vocal. Someone may be getting into poetry or need to write or become a journalist. Yeah, you got begin writing now, create, express, and inspire. So someone may be needing to connect with that craft, or someone may be a writer or an author, but that may be your thing that your ancestors are asking you to work on more. And the more that you connect with those things, you're healing and connecting with the animals and working on your craft and using your voice, this is something that's going to attract your person. Also, since it asked for us to connect to animals, I wanted to pull a spirit animal card, and just see what message comes out. Okay, so we have the orca whale. It says adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. So be like the whale. Connect with the water. That may be something that this is asking you, or go traveling, go get on a cruise or something, or go to an aquarium, like I said. But that may be an animal that your ancestors want you to connect with. And then we have giraffe here. It says visionary. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self worth and love with a big heart. So this one is asking you to know your worth, stand in your power. Okay, don't shrink yourself for anyone. Yeah, and that is the message that we have here. I am going to close this reading out, but I hope y'all enjoyed, and y'all like and subscribe to the channel. If you did, y'all share it with your friends. Let them know this is the spot to go if they need a reading in any subject, or if they need a consultation. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and light.